Today we are heading just 10 minutes north of Asheville, North Carolina to a place that always surprises people. It's called Weaverville, the Weave. It's got that small town charm, the mountain backdrop, and a downtown that kind of feels like you're in a postcard. People dig it. So what makes it really stand out is how it manages to be both approachable and upscale at the same time. Whether you're looking for a cozy craftsman home right near Main Street or a custom-built retreat with a lot of acreage, Weaverville has a way of delivering a little more polish, a little bit more ease without losing that community feel. And stick with me because I'm going to show you why so many people who are moving to Asheville end up falling in love with Weaverville instead. Okay, y'all, so let's have a little bit of a chat about Weaverville. Like I said, we're just about 10 minutes north of Asheville, if that. It's a super quick hop on I-26, especially coming up here. Now, sometimes in the mornings, it can get a little backed up. It feels like you've slowed down into a world from times before once you hit Weaverville. So population-wise, it's about 4,000 people right in town, about 15,000 people right around Weaverville. Weaverville is kind of big. But what's interesting is that it's a part of Buncombe County, which has 270,000 people. So it's quite large, and that also includes Asheville, of course. So it's spread out over 660 square miles. That's big. So while Weaverville itself and its main street feels quite cozy and like a small town community, there's a much larger county around it connected to resources and amenities and cultural energy. Downtown is small, but don't let it fool you. It's full of personality and its own little quirks. So you've got art galleries and restaurants and coffee shops and one of the best small town main streets really in the region. There's also Black Mountain, which is a little bit different. So check that out too. So people love it that they can grab a pastry at Well Bread in the morning, or the Yellow Mug coffee shop too, and be out on the trails or the Blue Ridge Parkway in the afternoon, hiking and loving life in the outdoors. So here's a little bit of a history note about Weaverville. The roots go way back to the 1800s, and it started as a farming community, really. You really feel that sense of community, but also tradition here in Weaverville. So over the last decade, we've seen a lot more people come into town and big custom-built homes popping up everywhere. There's money coming into this region, and it gives it this weird paradox between the olden days and now this subtle luxury feel without losing the hometown charm. So we are going to hit up the Twisted Laurel, which is a place. Hi, good. How are you?
Good.
It's a place where everybody knows your name, I think. So if you're a Weaverville local, you go and hang out at the Twisted Laurel, and within 5 minutes, you're part of the community. Let's see if it's actually true, or looks like everybody's here. We are going to eat, but we're also making a YouTube video about Weaverville today. Is that okay?
Okay.
You're like, surprised. Did you know that when you were getting up this morning? The grilled chicken, Greek salad, please. So if you're into the outdoors, this is where Weaverville really shines. You've got Lake Louise right in town. So you can come and walk around Lake Louise. You can fish, like this guy right off the pier. He's hanging out fishing. There's community events, but most of the people love Weaverville for its proximity to the outdoors and to hiking. It's practically at your doorstep. Sometimes it actually is. You could just walk out your backyard and just keep walking. There are endless trails. So everything from easy family-friendly trails to more challenging treks is all right here. So one of the favorite local favorite things here is the Rattlesnake Lodge Trail, just outside of town. And it winds through the forest into these historic stone ruins, which are awesome. So if hiking on your lunch break sounds awesome to you, then you are in the right spot. Reach out to us down below and be glad to hook you up with a perfect community that would match your lifestyle. And for those of you that don't just want hiking trails, but want a little bit more civilization, just kidding, there's also the Reams Creek Golf Club, and it is really popular really gorgeous, surrounded by mountain ridges all around. It's really known for its beautiful views and a golf course that's challenging and also fun. And hey, you don't even have to play golf. You can just hang out and like sit at the clubhouse and talk to people and be like, hey, how's it going? But on the practical side too, healthcare is just a quick jaunt away. There are some regional offices in Weaverville, but also Asheville's just down the road. And the schools are well rated in Weaverville. The traffic is pretty light compared to Asheville proper. And you've got your grocery store anchors like Ingles and local farmers markets. You have Fresh Market right down the way too, and Whole Foods right in Asheville too, and you have Publix. So don't forget the Publix. Everybody loves a Publix. Not only those major grocery stores are your options, but there are tons of farmers markets too, and that's how you get to know your neighbors, which is awesome. Get to know your neighbors. And let's not forget about the weather, because people move to Western North Carolina, not only for the outdoors, not only for the arts and culture, but the weather. We have those 4 distinct seasons, just like Asheville has, and you can be outside most of the time. The winters are not super extreme. We're lucky if we get a little bit of snow. We do get some cold weather sometimes. I like to go somewhere warm for a week or two or something like that. But most of the time, you can be outside in a t-shirt in January. And even in the summertime, it rarely gets above 90 degrees. So you are looking at the 80s. It is so perfect for being out, and it's not super buggy either, which people absolutely love. So not only do you have the space inside your home to live in, you have the space outside your home to live in. When people start looking at homes in Weaverville, one of the first things that they notice is the variety. You have everything from historic homes right near downtown to craftsman homes to 70s homes. You have the Lake Louise area, which has really great proximity to the lake, of course, but also parks and a lot of walking areas, but also to downtown, which is amazing. It's a smaller neighborhood and has a community green space too. There's also Reems Creek Valley, which is home to that Reems Creek Golf Club, one of the area's standouts for the luxury mountain living. And there you're going to find custom homes and homes that have views of the fairways and lots of mountain views in general, ridgeline backdrops. So there's other luxury communities too, like Starview Heights and Hamburg Mountain, Garrison Hills, and the Flat Creek Corridor area. So that gives you a good feel for some neighborhoods in the Weaverville area, from downtown walkability to the Reems Creek area to the luxury subdivisions too. So right now in Weaverville proper, the median sales price is right around $600,000. So that means you're going to find a lot of homes in that price range, not exactly entry level for most people, but a sweet spot right in the middle. There's multi-million-dollar estates, and there's some on the other side too. But solid, beautiful properties that really reflect the lifestyle of the area and why people come here. Guess what? Right now, we're gonna go take a look at a home right at that median price point so that you can actually see what $600,000 is gonna get you in Weaverville. So here we are in Weaverville. This is the home at the median sales price, and I want to show you what you can get for $599 or $600,000 in Weaverville, because this is absolutely gorgeous. Look behind me. There is this old barn that just adds this beautiful ambiance to the area. This home is on 1.24 acres. There's a hammock down there. There's a beautiful creek that borders the property. There's expansive yard opportunities down here to run and play. I'd be down there throwing a frisbee or playing soccer or something. Cool shed down there as well. But let's check out the house, because this is pretty amazing. This is almost, I think, 1,800 square feet, built in 2008. Everything feels really fresh and really new. Let's head on in. Coming right in. Wow, I love how expansive this is, and there's so much natural light coming through here. You have a beautiful living room, all hardwood floors, totally dig it. Custom fireplace, which is gas. And look, they've even made it like a little hideaway, TV hideaway, so you forget you even have a TV. How smart is that? Let's head on into the kitchen here. Nice little U-shaped kitchen, quartz countertops, nice cabinetry. Everything's right within reach. That's what I like. I don't like to have to run around too much. You could have your little breakfast table here, because then over here you've got a dining room. Okay, should we head outside? That's kind of fun. Let's head outside and see what's going on back here, because you have so much land here, which is awesome. So you have a big screened in back porch, which is just perfect for North Carolina living. You've got those 4 seasons, which 3 of them you can totally be outside most of the time. Look at all this. You even have a dartboard here. We'll be partying out here all the time. Now I wonder, is this like a game table, or why is that so long like that? Or they just like to pretend like they're kings and queens and yell across the whole table, darling, please pass the salt shaker. Okay, heading outside over here. Oh, can't get out here. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I'm fine. Uh-oh, this is a sweet little area. What would you put right here? What would you put there? Do you know? I'd be putting a hot tub. Look at this. Oh, they must have had a tiny dog. This looks like a tiny dog area with a tiny dog fire hydrant. How sweet. They made everything very miniature. Now I got to find out what kind of doggy they have. And it's all fenced in, so they can just let it right out. And then here, look, there's a doggy door. Oh, shouldn't kick that. There's a doggy door that goes right into the double garage, y'all. So for $599, $600,000 in Weaverville, you get a double garage with 1,800 square feet. Dang, that is a good deal. Where are the bedrooms? Upstairs? We should go up. Okay, let's head on up. I love this. All this natural light. This is just totally rocking my world. I love fresh and bright and light. All the stuff. Okay, let's head this way. There is a full bath right over there to accommodate these 3 bedrooms upstairs. Now, there's a half bath downstairs, which is great. So here we have the primary bedroom. You're going to be looking out over trees, probably some distant mountain views. Now, this is all carpet upstairs, which is really soft and plush. And, ooh, nice cabinetry, double vanity here. Uh-oh, speak of my language. Look at this. Beautiful jetted tub right here, and then you have a shower in the corner. Now, there are 2 other bedrooms up here. This would be perfect to have the whole family right on the same level. Now, look at all this light coming in here. I love this. Now, you're going to see out here, which we're going to show you in just a little bit, there are solar panels right on the roof. Now that's going to offer you some extra savings as well, and you're going to feel good in your heart about not using as much energy and making some. Okay, so let's head outside and check out the front porch. So not only do we have the screened in area here, we can break on through to the other side and head out on the front porch. Look at this, totally covered front porch. Heading out into the front yard, there's a beautiful stonework path on the side here. And then look at this. Oh my goodness. I would be sitting in a rocking chair every morning, having a coffee, reading my book, making me feel good, doing a little meditation, looking out over the creek and the hammock and the garden down below. 1.24 acres, y'all, for $599 in Weaverville. I'm digging it. Should we go down there and check out that creek, see if there's any water? Welcome to Weaverville. This is what you get for $599, $600,000, which is the median sales price here in Weaverville. Now you got to keep in mind, you're not going to be paying city taxes here, so the cost of living is going to be a little bit less than if you were in the city. So you're just in Buncombe County, which is going to save you some bucks. So I want to head down here and check out this yard, because I dream of big, open, expansive spaces like this, and this is so beautiful. There is supposed to be a little creek down here, and I want to see if it has some water. Yes, it's tiny, which is kind of sometimes you don't want like a huge creek running through your yard unless you're fishing or something like that. But yes, there is some water down here. You could totally play down here. And it looks like there's a big bank on either side, so you're not going to be too concerned with flooding. You might get some in the yard if it really rained. Then you have a beautiful shed down here. I'm not going to go in. Well, maybe we can go in there. Let's see. On top of that 2-car garage. Oh my gosh. It's like, it's beating me. The shed is beating me. They have a riding lawnmower, which is super smart. Nice. Okay. Whole shed in here. Gonna take me a minute to get everything back. Look at this garden space. Heck yeah. And look, it looks like they have like a burn area here. Now, it doesn't get more western North Carolina than this scene right here, with a little creek, a hammock, an old barn behind me, a little footbridge. What? Look at this. And this is prime season too, I swear. This is right at the beginning of September. Everything is lush and happy. It's starting to cool down a little bit. Look at this little bridge. Can you hear the water? I would have a little seating area down here. Can you hear that? This is a real deal, y'all. That's a lot of bang for your buck for $600,000 with 1.24 with acres and 1,800 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. Everything is fresh and new and like really well kept. And it feels like you're in the middle of nowhere. I totally dig it. That's Weaverville. So this is really nice that we get a 2-car garage along with this house. That's super convenient, but also these solar panels right up on top that come with the house. Now, one thing you want to watch out for in real estate is that when a house has solar panels, you want to make sure they are paid off. If they're not paid off, it could convey to you as the buyer. So that's something we can help you with. Reach out any of the ways down below if you're thinking about moving to Western North Carolina, because it is our passion and our pleasure to help you do that. Okay, so here's a home buying tip for you that actually matters in a place like Weaverville, because I want you to think how you want to spend your limited, finite amount of time here on earth. Do you want to spend your weekends maintaining acres of land, mowing and trimming and gardening and being one with nature, doing all the things? Some people love it, absolutely love it. So do you want lots of acreage because it's available in Weaverville? Or do you want a more compact yard where you spend most of your time out farther in nature, so you're not having to worry about the maintenance of your property? A lot of people come here after we do a consultation and they think that they want these big expansive properties with tons of acreage, and then when they get down to the nitty-gritty and they think about how that would actually impact their lifestyle, they sometimes opt for something more simpler so that they can spend their time going to see live music or at a restaurant or laughing at a brewery, whatever they want to do. So just think about that. And that's where we can help guide you too, is by asking the questions that you really need to think about when you're moving somewhere like Western North Carolina, because it is a specific area that is very different than other regions. So that's Weaverville in a nutshell. It's cozy, it is polished, it is connected. So you want to see how Weaverville stacks up to other charming little towns in the Western North Carolina area? You are going to want to check out this playlist right over here. Until then, ciao for now.